If you're over 60, every bite and every habit can nudge your heart toward health or strain. Here's the surprising truth. A few everyday vegetables, when eaten the wrong way or paired with common heart medications, can quietly raise blood pressure, blunt life-saving drugs, or carry germs that a slower immune system struggles to fight. This isn't fear-mongering, it's prevention. 5 foods, 5 fixes. What to change, how to prepare them safely, and what to eat instead, so your meals work with your heart, not against it. Spinach. When a superfood disarms your medicine, spinach is rich in vitamin K, a cofactor for clotting. For older adults, taking warfarin or other vitamin K-sensitive anticoagulants, large or erratic intakes of high K greens can reduce the drug's effect. That doesn't make blood thicker. It makes the anticoagulant less effective, quietly raising clot risk while everything feels fine. The danger isn't spinach itself, it's inconsistency. A sudden switch to daily smoothies and big salads can shift Indian rupees, undercutting the protection your prescription provides. Many strokes in anticoagulated patients follow diet changes no one thought to mention. Safer approach. If greens are part of life, keep portions consistent week to week and tell the prescribing clinician before making changes. Favor moderate servings of cooked greens. Rotate varieties, spinach, kale, chard, and don't binge healthy. What you eat should stabilize your medicine, not sabotage it. What makes spinach particularly tricky is that vitamin K is also vital for bone strength and healing. Eliminating greens completely is not the solution. In fact, that can weaken overall health. The real key is balance, making sure that your intake of spinach and other leafy vegetables remains steady rather than fluctuating wildly. It's also important to note that many green powders sold as supplements are concentrated sources of vitamin K. For someone on anticoagulants, adding these powders to smoothies can create the same problem as overeating fresh spinach. Seniors should always check labels on supplements and review them with their healthcare team before use. Pickled cucumbers, the sodium trap, squeezing your arteries. Pickles feel harmless. Crisp, tangy, refreshing. But brine products can pack astonishing sodium loads, some brands approximately 1,000 milligrams per serving. Sodium holds water in the bloodstream, raises volume, and forces stiffer, older arteries to push harder, driving up blood pressure, swelling, and long-term heart failure risk. Many clean eaters still hit plateaus because the salt lives in the condiments, pickles, canned veg, deli soups, even healthy sauces. There are no early warning signs. The first clue may be a hypertensive spike or fluid overload. Kidneys after 60 clear sodium less efficiently, so the same jar that felt fine at 40 can derail progress now. Safer approach, choose low sodium or quick pickled cucumbers made at home. Vinegar, herbs, garlic in moderation, no brine bomb. Flavor with lemon, dill, mustard seed, pepper, and fresh herbs instead of salt. Read labels. Aim to keep daily sodium near the target your clinician recommends, often approximately 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams for many older adults with heart disease. What makes sodium so dangerous is its silent nature. You don't taste the difference until it's too late, and you rarely feel the extra pressure in your arteries until a crisis strikes. That's why high blood pressure is often called the silent killer. Fortunately, retraining your taste buds is possible. After a few weeks of reducing salt, the palate becomes more sensitive, and natural flavors from vegetables, herbs, and spices start to feel stronger. This shift not only protects the heart, but also makes meals more enjoyable and less dependent on hidden sodium. Red chili peppers. That fires the stress response. Capsaicin wakes the nervous system. Faster pulse, transient rises in catecholamines, and in sensitive adults, blood pressure surges and palpitations. Younger vessels flex, older stiffened arteries don't. In those with coronary disease, atrial fibrillation, or uncontrolled hypertension, spicy meals can provoke tightness, flutters, or pressure spikes that are easy to blame on stress, not supper. Heat also irritates inflamed mucosa and, with frequent use, may contribute to low-grade vascular irritation in susceptible people. The risk isn't identical for everyone, but after 60, hearts and vessels are less forgiving of big swings. Safer approach, keep flavor. ditch the fire. Use roasted garlic, not raw in high doses, ginger, citrus zest, smoked paprika, cumin, coriander, and fresh herbs. If you love chiles, choose milder varieties, smaller portions, and pair with potassium-rich sides, steamed greens, beans, to balance sodium and support vessels. One of the biggest misconceptions is that if a person has always eaten spicy food, it must remain safe for life. But the body changes with age. Arteries stiffen, the nervous system becomes more reactive, and tolerance to sudden surges declines. What was once energizing can become exhausting and risky. It's also worth remembering that spicy meals can interfere with sleep quality. For seniors, disrupted rest increases cardiovascular stress, raises nighttime blood pressure, and reduces the body's ability to repair itself. So, avoiding chili at dinner can protect both your heart and your sleep. Raw garlic. When nature's remedy collides with prescriptions, garlic has cardiometabolic benefits, but raw concentrated intakes can potentiate bleeding when combined with anticoagulants, warfarin, DOACs, or antiplatelets, aspirin, clopidogrel. In some adults, it also lowers blood pressure enough to cause dizziness or near fainting when layered onto antihypertensives. The paradox: a healthy habit becomes hazardous only because the rest of the regimen is working. Black stools, easy bruising, persistent nosebleeds, or sudden fatigue after adding raw cloves are red flags, especially in older adults. Safer approach: use cooked garlic for flavor. If taking blood thinners or dual antiplatelet therapy, avoid daily raw garlic dosing unless cleared by your clinician. Consider roasted bulbs, garlic-infused oil for aroma, strained solids, or seasoning blends where doses stay culinary, not medicinal. Many people assume that because garlic is natural, it must be universally safe. But natural substances can be just as powerful as synthetic drugs, sometimes more so, especially when combined with prescription medicines. Respecting garlic's potency means using it wisely, not excessively. Cooking garlic also changes its chemical profile. The same compounds that thin the blood in raw cloves become gentler after heat treatment. This means seniors can still enjoy garlic's flavor and many of its benefits, but with far less risk of dangerous interactions. Raw sprouts, fresh crunch, hidden pathogens, alfalfa, mung bean, and other raw sprouts grow in warm, moist conditions perfect for E. coli, salmonella, and listeria. A younger immune system may ride out the illness. After 60, infections are more severe, recovery slower, dehydration risk higher, and cardiac conditions can destabilize under systemic stress. Infections don't just upset the stomach, they spike inflammation, strain the heart, and can precipitate arrhythmias or heart failure decompensation. Outbreaks tied to raw sprouts recur precisely because the growing method invites contamination. Safer approach: cook sprouts, quick saute or steam to keep flavor while cutting risk. Swap in crisp, low-risk toppings: shaved fennel, cucumber, lightly pickled red onion, low sodium, or blanched green beans for crunch without the microbial roulette. Food safety becomes more critical with age because the immune system is slower to mount an effective response. A bacterial infection that might cause mild discomfort in a younger adult can progress rapidly to hospitalization in a senior. Protecting the gut is protecting the heart as well. Another overlooked point: infections can cancel out the benefits of heart medications by overwhelming the body's resources. When your system diverts energy to fighting pathogens, there is less left to stabilize blood pressure or circulation. That's why avoiding risky raw sprouts is more than a stomach issue. It's truly a heart protection strategy. So what should seniors eat to protect the heart? Healing plates are simple: steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-friendly legumes like lentils and green beans. These bring potassium, fiber, and polyphenols that relax vessels, steady pressure, and support the microbiome that helps regulate inflammation. Consistency beats extremes. Warm, cooked vegetables digest more easily, smooth post-meal blood pressure swings, and play well with medications. Build plates around a cup of greens, a colorful root, a bean or lentil, olive oil, citrus, and herbs. Flavor doesn't require risk. Rosemary, thyme, turmeric, smoked paprika, lemon, and moderate cooked garlic add depth without provoking pressure spikes, drug clashes, or contamination. A heart that still has time. By 60, the heart has beaten more than 2 billion times. It asks finally for consistency. Foods that were effortless at 30 can be disruptive now because vessels are stiffer, kidneys slower, and medications active. That isn't defeat. It's your cue to adjust with wisdom. Change doesn't require perfection. It requires a pattern. Steadier greens, lower sodium, gentler heat, cooked instead of raw, where risk hides, and plates that favor color and fiber over fads. Small daily choices reverse years of silent strain. Protect the next heartbeat with attention, not anxiety. Revisit the plate, rethink the habits, and reclaim energy so meals nourish not only your heart, but your life with the people you love.